They came for peace, for memories, and they left in coffins. What happened in Pahalgam is beyond tragic. It's a wound on the soul of India. Pahalgam, a serene tourist destination placed in Kashmir, shattered by a brutal attack. What? Why? How? Let's understand everything here. On April 22, 2025, suspected militants ambushed a group of tourists in Bizaran Valley, near Pahalgam. Emerging from surrounding forests, they opened fire indiscriminately on civilians, resulting in at least 28 fatalities and over 20 injuries, including 4 nationals. The victims were primarily Indian tourists, with reports indicating that individuals from Odisha, Maharashtra, and Gujarat were among the injured. Among the victims were families, children, and newlyweds. One of the most heart-wrenching losses was that of Lieutenant Abhinav Mehra, a 26-year-old Indian Navy officer who was honeymooning with his wife. The attack took place in a remote area, making access for rescue teams difficult. Military helicopters were dispatched to airlift the wounded to safety. The deadly assault lasted for several minutes, leaving people scrambling for cover as the gunfire rang out. Eyewitnesses described a scene of chaos, with locals rushing to help the injured as security forces arrived. According to reports, this is a targeted attack. The attackers reportedly questioned the victims about their names and religious identity before opening fire. Eyewitnesses suggest that some victims were forcibly inspected by the attackers, in what appeared to be an attempt to confirm their religious background before deciding whether to spare them or not. A militant group identifying itself as the Kashmir Resistance later claimed responsibility for the attack. The group cited their opposition to the demographic changes in the region following the revocation of Article 370. Article 370 gave Jammu and Kashmir a special status, allowing it to have its own constitution and rules. This made it different from other Indian states for a while. In 2019, which ended Jammu and Kashmir's special status and altered the region's political and demographic landscape. This shift has been a significant factor in the ongoing violence and tensions, with the attackers viewing these changes as a threat to Kashmir's identity and autonomy. Indian authorities have condemned the attack, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi describing it as heinous and pledging justice for the victims. Security forces have launched a major manhunt for the perpetrators, and efforts are being made to track down any remaining suspects involved in the ambush. International condemnation has been swift, with world leaders, including U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, who was visiting India at the time, expressing their outrage over the violence. There have also been protests in Kashmir, with some calling for greater security measures in tourist areas. While some have blamed Pakistan for the attack, tensions between India and its neighbors continue to fuel debates about regional stability and security. Pahalgam, once a symbol of peace and tranquility, now bears the scars of senseless violence. This was not just an attack on tourists, it was an attack on humanity itself. Will the Modi government respond with another surgical strike? Could this be the end of the militant group behind this heinous attack? And how should justice truly be served? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The world is watching. As the situation unfolds, we stand at a crossroads. If you want to stay informed about this developing story, make sure to follow us for updates. And share your thoughts in the comments.